Breaking news. Updates on Nnamdi Kanu's court case. Court just shift Nnamdi Kanu's trial to January the 18th. Hello, my wonderful people. We are all aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case initially by Justice Binta was supposed to be for January 19th and 20th. But was shifted yesterday when we had an emergency word saying that the court case has now been shifted to today. And we've been bringing you up to date with what has been going on. Currently, what we are having now, the court sitting is ongoing, and the court has just made a revelation with regards to what will be happening next, the way forward, and what should go on after now. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing trial for what Nigerian government has put upon him. Nigerian government has, said Nnamdi Kanu has to go through, the court proceedings, judiciary system for treasoning and a lot of things. I mean, really speaking, truly, it doesn't really make sense because he has not committed any form of crime. All he did was say people should have liberty and be able to live their life. Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Court shift Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial to January the 18th. Justice Binta of the Federal High Court in Abuja on Thursday have shifted the trial of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, back to January 19th and 18th next year, 2022. This has been the reason why many people have been wondering why the courts will now have an emergency session only for them to shift the court date. The shift in the trial date followed the abruptment of the time granted by the judge following a passionate plea to that effect. Kanu's lawyer Ifeinwa Jofor had approached the court with an application seeking an order of the court to accommodate the trial in November and December this year, as against the earlier fixed of January the 19th. Laboro, who stood for the federal government, however, told the court that a counter affidavit opposing the request of the government has been filed and served on Nnamdi Kanu. Justice Uyoko, however, caught in and informed Kanu's lawyer that the application for time abruptment cannot be considered because there is no judiciary time for such an issue. In the drama that ensued, the case diary of the court was read to the lawyer to establish that the court has other cases to attend to. However, following the insistence that Justice Nyoko agreed to shift other cases slated for January the 18th to accommodate the trial, which will last till January 19th and 20th. Justice Nyoko ordered DSS to allow Kanu to practice his faith, change his clothes, and give him a maximum possible comfort in the detention facilities as much as possible. So this is the update of what is going on now. Mazi Kanu trial has been shifted. Yes, the trial has been shifted just this morning. We've seen that the judge has said that there are no other cases. There are other cases and they cannot accommodate. And the reason we had this emergency hearing today was as a result of the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, who has been, serving and sending out messages that he would love Nnamdi Kanu's, case to be attended to today, earlier before next year, and so the judge has accommodated Nnamdi Kanu's and has allowed that Nnamdi Kanu's trial should come on today. And so in court coming on today, however, it was still shifted. So I don't understand. But however, there is a ray of hope because the judge has now given a notice that Nnamdi Kanu could change his clothes. That's how bad it is. I mean, overseas, abroad, Nigeria here, honestly, we are suffering. Why would you say somebody is in police custody or in DSS custody and cannot change his clothes? Cannot, just be decent? The person is not yet a convict until convicted by the court. So in Nigeria, we take laws into our hands. It ought not to be so. It ought not to be so. Sadly, this is what happens. This is what happens. It ought not to be so. We take laws into our hands. That somebody is in court. And the funniest thing, the lawyer also raised an allegation alleging that, Nnamdi Kanu, we saw that, is kept in a detention, for 23 hours, only allowed out 1 hour. Do you know what that is called? Mental torture. They are set to, make him become mentally derailed. It will affect his well-being, his mental capacity, and it will just make him go gaga, if there is any word like that. Make him, his mental state, his health of mind. And do you know the worst thing they do to him? They said anybody who interacts with him, when he came into the correction facility, anyone who interacts with him was dealt with, punished and made to go through untold suffering for speaking to Nnamdi Kanu. That's how bad things are. That's how terrible things are. That's how terrible things are. You know, we need to stop these things. We need to come up with, we need to come off this wickedness that we do. We need to come off these things, you see. I mean, Nnamdi Kanu, what's his crime really? What's his crime? What has he done? What has he done? Nigeria, we need to come off this whole thing that are going on. There is no human rights, no honesty, no truth. People do as they please. They get out, they get away with it. And who said the federal government cannot be sued? Who said the federal government cannot be sued? You see, so these are things that they do. And it is what it is. We need to get a reorientation on what, democracy or what, freedom of speech and expression is. Our president, you can see all our president, what he knows is what is showing through, and that's the style of leadership. You can tell he doesn't know more than that. If he does, he will obey the right law. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please do not forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button. God bless. Bye for now. Have a lovely and a fantastic day. Bye.